Hey guys, it's Jason, and today I'm going to give you the story behind Wingman. All right, so it is May 2020, and that means a new pearl. This month's pearl is called Wingman. Got a little dodo action going on right here. I'm going to open it up. The strap is already sitting on the table next to me, but I will show you what the inside of the box looks like. It says, "I've got you." And then we have an awesome little pin here. Looks like that. I love the pin for this. This is obviously a piece Darren did, which is phenomenal. Here is the strap itself right here. Got all sorts of awesome little flying creatures, or maybe not quite flying birds on here. And that kind of brings me into the story behind Wingman. So when I kind of thought about stories I wanted to tell with different pearls and what is important to me, one thing I haven't touched on at all is relationships, specifically relationships with other friends as adults. I have 3 kids now, Sven, Mars, and baby Luna. And one thing that Karen and I have both really realized when it comes to friends is when you have kids of your own, your friend groups become other parents because you guys have similar interests, right? When I think back on my relationships in elementary school, middle school, high school, for example, it was all kids that I enjoyed spending time with because we had similar interests then too. Wingman, to me, was kind of this kaleidoscope, a representation of the different people in your life who have made an impact in it. They've been that wingman when you needed them. A wingman meaning somebody who's there when you need them the most, who's got your back, who's got you, like it says on the box, right? Now, when we originally started designing this, one of the things that kind of came up was, well, what if we actually laid it out like a kind of Boy Scout thing where it was all these different badges and, different straps might have different ones. But the idea for me with that didn't really make sense because when you look back on your life, your relationships with your different wingmen are not clean cut, right? They're not like this lineup of, oh, well, first it was this person was my best friend, and then it was this person, and then it was this person, right? That's what's kind of cool to me. That's what's really cool to me, to be honest with you, about like the way that we actually did this is that I kind of envisioned it like the leather jacket that Tom Cruise is wearing in Top Gun, right? Where he's got the different patches on or different stuff like that. I envisioned this leather jacket, but instead of it being something where, you have your patch on your shoulder or something like that, or maybe on your chest here, I envisioned it like a friend who would pat you on the back, right? Somebody who'd grab you by the shoulder and say, "Hey, I appreciate you," that kind of thing. And what's interesting about that is when you think about it like that, in my mind, I envisioned this. If I could take time and I could say, "Here's me," and I can kind of scroll back and forward through all of time and all the different people that have impacted my life, or one way or the other, I envision them, each one of them, kind of slapping me on the back or giving me, a rub on the shoulder or something like that, and telling me, how much they appreciate me, or they appreciated being part of my life, right? Like those are the wingmen, the people who appreciate being in your life. And so in that sense, this idea of these patches being kind of slapped all over it, that's what this was about. Sometimes these relationships are messy. Sometimes you have a few wingmen. Sometimes you might feel like you have none. You might have this kind of season of silence, right? This simple design here that Darren did so well, I absolutely love this one, was a reminder of that, of all the different people in your life that you've had kind of come through it. Maybe they've left a mark. Maybe they've left a patch, right? Like they've left something that defines who you are right now. And I think that, to me, is the ultimate story behind Wingman. What makes it so special is that all of us have these people in our lives who, throughout it, have really defined our character, have defined who we are today. With myself, that's been my brothers more than anybody else. I spend every single day with them now. And it's been something where they're my team, right? They've been my team since they were born. But especially now as they've grown into young men like they have, like it's been so amazing to kind of see those relationships where even though I spend the vast majority of time with Kara and the kids, any free time I have, they're the two people that I can always count on to be there when I need them. So I just wanted to share that with you. I wanted to share the story behind Wingman. If you're unfamiliar with these are obviously different than anything you find on the site. They're called pearls. They are only available to subscribers, though sometimes we release extras that we might have every couple months or so. But that's it. That's the story behind this month's Pearl Wingman. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon.